What's up, Internet? My name is Michael Cook, and this is Blue Giant Media. We're here to help you find, learn, and play the games that you love. And today, we're going to be opening up Sentient by J. Alex Kevern and published by Renegade Game Studios. I want to set this game up for you in real time, because maybe you just got the game, maybe you got it from a game library, maybe you're at a game cafe. Maybe you just want to know how long it actually takes to set up and play this game. So I'm going to set it up in real time so you can step along with me, and then we're going to play through the game, starting from the beginning, going through a couple rounds, so you can get a feel for the rules and jump in to get playing as quick as possible, or get a feel for how the game plays so you know whether you want to buy it. So, without further ado, let's ready, set, play. In Sentient, you are going to be building and programming robots. So, you are going to give each player randomly, it says to give them, I guess you can see what color they are on the back. If you want, you can choose a color, but I don't know. I feel like it should be random, but whatever. But you're going to each get one of these, which is going to be your kind of starting faction of sorts. And then these don't really do anything different. They are all identical other than an interesting name. And when you put them together, here it says that you are the Capital Partnership, and I am the Nautilus Industries. So, kind of nice. I feel, I kind of wish that maybe they snap together a little bit so that if you bump them they don't move, but it's minor. You're going to get a round marker, or round board, I should say. You're going to place that to the side. You're going to take the, what do they call these? Investor tokens, I think. And you're going to set them to the side. You're going to take the ones for the first round and get them ready. Grab the cards and shuffle them. Be careful with these. They are not the highest quality, not the thickest. They will chip fairly easily. They're also, in my opinion, a good deal larger than they need to be. If you look at them, there's nothing but a large amount of art for the most part on these. They could have been, and they really could have been much smaller, like those the kind of half-sized cards, and had everything that they needed on there. But if you're familiar with Seven Wonders, a game that sort of has a reputation for having thin cards that are easy to chip, these feel about the same as the cards for Seven Wonders. So I usually like to overhand shuffle these kinds of cards, or any cards really, in most of these games, because I don't want to have to worry about replacing them. I'm going to take all of these tokens, set them off to the side. You are going to give each player a bag that is going to contain 5 dice, 4 little worker people, and 5 little interesting, like, asterisk type pieces. All right. Take all, and you're also going to have 2 of these little round markers. All right. So each one of you is going to take 1 of your round markers and put it in the middle. You can use some method to determine the start player. You can do that. I guess that was determining who's going to be the last player, because this is going to say who the start player is. You will then take these and set them all in a row. Take the, I guess this can happen in whatever order you want, but each one of these is going to have 1 victory point token underneath it. And then you're going to place 1 card in between each of these. So there'll be 4 cards face up. Okay, then each player is going to take their dice, roll them, and place them in their spaces. Okay. So now it says that the white player, which is me, is going to go first. So on your turn, you get to choose to either place one of these little guys between one of these and claim the card, along with any number of these that you choose. And I'll explain why that matters in just a second. Or you can choose to pass, which you'll take your round marker, place it on the next round. That's going to determine next round's player order. And then you get to choose, you'll get rid of all of these. And I should clarify, if you have used all 4 of these and then you take the pass, you do not get to wipe the board here. But if you have any number of these left, when you choose to pass, you're going to put your token there, and then you're going to wipe out these 4 and put 4 new ones out. So you are usually going to do that when there are no good options for you here. So let's say I'm going to look at my board here and see what looks like it's going to work for me. Okay. All right, that'll work. So I will place this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and place one of these here because that is going to be a little bit of area control for the end of the round. I'm then going to take this card, and here it says that I want both of the dice on either side to be even. If they are at the end of the round, I will get 3 points. And when you place it, the symbols up in the corner are going to tell you how you're going to modify the dice. So if I were to place this one here, it says equal on the right. That means I don't change this die. I leave it as the 6, which is an even. Good. There's a plus here, which means I'm going to add 1 to this die. It's a 3, so I will turn it to a 4. Now, if I did not want to change one of those, or both of those, I can take one of these, and instead of using it for area control here, I can choose to cover up one or the other, or both of these, and not do them. And I may want to do that later. So that's one reason why I might not want to place all of these out here. But I might want to put them out there because at the end of the round, you're going to be claiming these, which work as multipliers at the end of the game. So if I'm going to get quite a few of these, this says transport cards. So none of these cards out here right now are transport cards, but if I want to have a lot of transport, or think I might be getting a lot of transport cards, or just want to get a lot of those multipliers, I might want to control this area so that I get to claim that token. And at the end of the game, I'm going to look at all the cards, which you'll get a total of 12 throughout the game, because you go through 3 rounds. You can take those and multiply the number of transport cards that you have with the number of transport investor tokens that you have. So that you can possibly get 3 of these, and if you get maybe 4 different transport cards, that's 12 bonus points at the end of the game. And as you can see, most of these are 3, 4. This one's going to have a possibility of up to 4. So you really do want to get these because they can add up quite a bit. So anyway, I did that, and then I refill the space, and that is the end of my turn. Then it's going to move to you. So you look and see here, this one, which one of these is worth the most? This one's worth the most. And let's see. I think you got a pretty good shot of doing this one. So let's say you want to go there, and maybe you want to challenge me there. Because this is an information card, and you would like to win that information card. Now, the ones that are here, you are going to count the little player markers on both sides for control of the ones here. The ones on the end, they just have the 1. So you're just maybe I'm leaving my options open. I have an information here, so maybe I want that one and this one. Right now, you just know that you would like to get this information, and that's an information, so that's a win-win. You're going to place it here, which is going to leave your 3 alone, and it's going to move your 1 up to a 2. So that means that the card that you place here, you're going to want to lower this 3 to a 2, because if you just have 1 2 on either side of this one, you're going to get 2 points. But if you have 2 2s, you're going to get 7 points, and that's a pretty good chunk of points. So then it's going to come back to me. All right, let's see. If I were to place this one here, no. Actually, that would work. So I can take this one, and this is a transport, which, hey, I want that transport. So I'm going to place this here, and you know what? I'm gonna put another one out there. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to place it here. Now, I'm going to take one of these, and I'm going to cancel out this, because I don't want this 4 to turn to a 5. I want them to be even numbers right here for this card. So I'm going to cancel that out so that stays as a 4. And I'm going to take this 6, and I'm going to increase it by 1, which in this game is going to bump it around the circle to a 1. 1s can be lowered to a 6, and 6s can be increased to a 1. So now my 1 is less than 4. So that will score appropriately for me at the end of the round. Then I refill, and it's going to come back to you. So now let's see what you might want to do. This says whichever one is higher, -2. This wants an odd and an even. All right, so you would like one that's going to lower that one for you, though. So maybe you're going to take this one because it's going to lower it, and you will go like this. So you're going to lower this to a 2 and lower this to a 1. And what you want is you want these two to add up to an odd number. And so far they do, and now you've got 7 points locked up for this, and so far you've got the 3 points for that. And you haven't had to use any of these to control those, which means you were able to get more control out here. All right, now, oh, that is tough. That is tough. I could probably get this one, because I've got 2 6s here, but then I would have to use 2 of these to cancel both sides of this out. That is difficult. That is very difficult. I could get this one, and it would probably work. Now the other thing to consider is if you get second place for any of these area control, you will still get 1 point, but you have to at least have one there. So right now, neither one of us is getting either one of these, and I am probably going to get both of these, but I don't have any area control here. So I might be inclined to go for some of these, even if they might be a lower point value, simply because I want to get some of these areas either controlled for the tokens themselves or to get the extra point that they're worth. So they can be extra incentives, because going here would get me at least 2 points. So maybe I would have to give up some of these in order to get 7, but if I go over here, I might be able to utilize this and get at least 2 extra points, if not more, making this 4 worth in effect 7, which might end up being better. So let's see, I could take that. If I put this here, I would have an even, and I would have to put something here that lowered that. That makes it a little bit difficult to decide. Maybe I will pass. So as you can see, this is a very puzzly game, which I tend to like. But you take that for what it's worth. Maybe it's not the kind of game that you like. All right, so I passed, which means I'm going to be going second next round, and it moves over to you. Let's see what you might want to do. All right. You want those to add up that way. You want that. That can work. Oh. Why don't you go here to kind of keep your options open for next round. You can go there, that's going to raise this up to a 2 and lower this down to a 3. So you are good because 2 is less than or equal to 3. And maybe you wanted to put one out here because you're more concerned about getting the information, because you have at least one of those. All right, now it's going to come to me. All right, I could get that military one. That transport. I could do that. All right, so if I put this here, I can then, maybe I don't want to raise this one because I'm going to subtract, oh, no, that's the wrong direction. Nope, not gonna work. I was looking at it upside down and it threw me off. All right, well, let's go ahead and take this one then. We will place this here. So we took that one, and we are going to cancel out that plus because we want these two together to add up to greater than or equal to 10. So we definitely don't want to turn that 6 into a 1. And now next round we have a little bit of flexibility. We also went here, which is going to lock us up at least getting second on both of those. So this was worth 4 points, but it's going to, in effect, get us at least 6 points because we went there. All right. Now, you are in a pretty good spot because you have spread yourself out enough that you are guaranteed to get at least second for each of these, which is nice to get those points. But what can you do that's going to finish? That needs to be an odd number, so you want this one left alone. This one, really, you don't have to worry about whether it goes up, down, or stays the same. It's still going to be good for this one. So, you're not going to be able to get the 2 dice equal. So these are both not options for you. If you do this one, you'd have to use both of your tokens. It's not really a good option. And if you do that one, it could work, but it's only worth 3 points. So maybe now's a good time for you to pass so that you have more options for your last go around. All right. Now, what do I want to do? That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. So unfortunately for me, none of these really works. Well, that one's okay, I guess. But that one's definitely not going to work. That one, definitely not going to work. That one, definitely not going to work. So this is really my only option. So I will place this here and cancel this out because I want them to add up to an odd number. All right, so that's me. Now it's going to come back to you, and let's see what you want to do. You want this one to be greater than that one, so you can do that. You also could do this one, which is worth, well, they're really both worth the same number of points. And you're not going to win the transport, but you do have military. Although if you went over here, ironically enough, then you would likely win transport. If you go here, you can do that one, and I guess a better choice for you is to go over here and keep me from getting as many of those. They're kind of worth the same number of points to you. All right, so you don't want that one to subtract, so you will cancel that out. This one can go ahead and, oh no, but it can't increase because then it doesn't work. So I guess it really doesn't matter. No matter which way you did it, it was the same effect. All right, so end of the round. Clear all this out, and now we are going to look and see who wins each of these. So you're going to claim this military. I don't get this point. You are going to claim industry, I do get the extra victory point. So here we have a tie. I have 2 and you have 2. So tiebreaker, the first tiebreaker is who has the most of the actual figures there. So I will get that one. You will get the victory point. Then over here, 1, 2, 3, and 2. 1, 2, 3, and 2. So here we both have 5 strength. We both have 3 of them being our actual workers. So then we go over here for tiebreaker, and then it's whoever is on top. I'm sorry, whoever's on top in the current round, not the round that's coming next. So I win the tiebreaker for this one, and you will get second. And then we come over here, and I will win this one, and you will get second. All right, then we are going to look at our actual cards themselves. So here, military, less than 4 or greater than 10. I have 12, so I'm going to collect 4. Take a 5 and put 1 back. And these you do not discard, you want to set them aside for scoring at the end of the game. This one, add these 2 together. If they are odd, I get 3 points. 1, 2, 3. This one says if the one on the right is greater than the one on the left, I will get 4 points. So I'll take a 5, turn in a 1. This one says if these 2 add up to an even number, I will get 3 points. So let's take 3. So at the end of the first round, I have 15 points. And over here, you have, so you've gotten all of these. So you're going to get 3, 4, so 7, 10, plus 7 more is 17. So you got 20 points. But the other thing to consider, and so you'll go through 3 rounds this way. This is one of the 3 rounds. Then you are going to, at the end of the game, look at all of the cards that you've gotten. So here I've got 2 industry, 1 transport, 1 military. So I would then look and say, okay, transport, I get 1 point for every transport card I have. I didn't do very well because I don't have any service or information, but I know what card I might want to go for in the future, in future rounds. So you can take that into effect, but you would do that for each of your different cards. So you would look and see, you get 1 extra point for military, you're going to get 1 extra point for this industry. So as of right now, you are winning, but I have more multipliers, which may benefit me more going forward as I acquire cards that are specifically in the areas that I have. At the end of the 3rd round, you're going to total up all of your points, factoring in the investor tokens, which are only scored at the end of 3rd round. And to set up for the 2nd round, so you would take all of these that you have. So I would have these ones. I would then re-roll. Everybody re-rolls. You set out the 2nd set of these just like you did in the 1st, with 5 of them, the 1 token in each, and the 4 cards between them. And now you would go with this as the turn order, progressing through 3 total rounds, and then scoring your investor tokens, and then whoever has the most points is the winner. Now you know how to set up and play through Sentient by J. Alex Kevern and published by Renegade Game Studios. If I missed something in the rules, or maybe I was unclear, please ask me in the comments section below, or let me know in the comments section below, and I can fix that or point you in the right direction as soon as possible. While you're there, if there's any games that you'd like me to do videos for, please let me know. And if you want to see my unboxing of this, or if you want to see my full review of this game, please keep an eye out for links to those in the description section. While you're there, you'll also find a link to macronovagames.com where you can buy Sentient and many other great games. Until next time, I want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. And as always, have a wonderful day.